welcome to this first journaling video, at least long term. I've done some shorts in the past and still do those, but it's time to make a long video. And in today's video, I'll be setting up my new journal for the new year, and I got a soft cover for the very first time. I usually get hardcovers, but the spines, they are crying. So I decided to use a soft cover for the very first time. I'm really excited about it, so let's get started. So I decided to go with the Leuchtturm 1917. A lot of journal lovers use these type of journals. I use them myself, but I've never used their soft covers. So there we go. So as you can see, you can bend the spine, and I hope this would help with like the thickness of my journals. So yeah, let's get the stickers out of the back, and these cards. I picked out a few stickers to put on the front, and I went with a sunflower theme. I found some postcards from Vincent van Gogh and these other ones, and I thought it would match very well with the blue. So let's stick them on the journal. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Jacky and I am 23 years old, and I have been journaling for I think this will be my 8th year. I've been journaling since 2018. I have done different types of journaling. I did bullet journaling for a very long time, but I noticed it was just taking up so much time that it would just be easier to get a normal agenda or use Google Calendar. But I still journal a lot. I have 3 journals right now. The first one is this one, and I use it like a scrapbook style to just make some cute collages about my life and make bucket lists, everything like that. Then I have my long-term journal, and I've made a lot of shorts about that one. And in that journal, I basically make all my trackers. So like habit tracking and steps tracker, everything like that. And I finally have a more like a diary style journal where I just write about my day. And those are the 3 journals I currently use. And am I the only one that's always struggling with these stickers? Oh, yes, got it. And the last one. Hopefully this one will be easier. Yes. It's not perfectly straight, but we're gonna leave perfectionism behind in 2026. Okay, so I put the stickers on. I like how they look in like the yellow orangey tones with the blue. So let's open the journal up. I am not gonna make like the intro page for now, because I don't have the picture yet. I want to print like a photo booth style picture of myself. I always do that to show like how I look when I started to journal. Today I would like to make like an intro page of 2026 starting. I want to base like the page on a pen pal envelope I made for the new year. I made one with fireworks and I want to recreate that, but I'm debating whether I want to use black paper or brown. Let me grab the brown one real quick. Okay, so I can either make it in black or in brown, and I'm not sure which one would be prettier. I could use both pages. Yes, let's do that. Like so. Then we're gonna put it in the journal. Empty. Glad I bought new ones. Because I knew mine were almost out. Now let's glue the other side. Okay, done. Now before I do anything else, I might glue these together as well. Well, let's do that after this. I always trim the edges immediately because I once didn't do that and I stuck something in my journal, but I completely forgot about these sides and I stuck it like on the edge. So once I cut it off, I cut the decoration off as well. I like to use this thing to round the corners, and my journal is closest to the 7mm one, so I'm gonna use that. I always use it upside down so you can see if it's straight in the punch hole, you can see through them, so I can see if it will be straight. And the last one. Now let's glue these together because they are just annoying me right now. Okay, that's a lot better. So I printed out 2026 and I am going to cut them out and stick them in the journal. I believe the last time I made a long video, so not a short, on YouTube is like 3 years ago, I think. So it is a bit weird to do this again. I'm sorry if my English is crooked or if I stumble my words sometimes. But at the end of the day, English is not my native language. I am from the Netherlands. And if you are from the Netherlands as well, please make sure to comment a Dutch flag in the comments. And if you're from another country, post a comment with the flag where you're from. It would be very fun to see where everyone that has watched this video comes from. So feel free to post a comment. But the reason I'm making this video is because first of all, I am a huge hobby collector. I basically collect hobbies, but my main hobby is journaling. And if you're from the Netherlands as well, there is a Dutch content creator. She does TikTok and Instagram, but also makes journal videos. And she basically inspired me to start this whole journey again because I really love watching her journal videos. She makes journal with me videos as well, and I just love putting them on the background while I am journaling. So that is a big reason I wanted to start again. And I will tag her channel in the description. So if you are Dutch and would like to see more journal content, you can check her out. But I think if you watch this video and you're from the Netherlands, you probably heard of her as well. But the thing is, it is a new year and I like to keep myself busy with creative things and be less doom scrolling and spend more time journaling and reading and just all those types of things. So making this video also helps me in a way to journal more. I don't know if you are journaling right now as well. And if you are journaling right now and you would like to share what you are making, you can send me a DM on either TikTok or Instagram. I will put my username in the screen right now. And I know most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. And when I say I have a channel and there are only shorts on them, a lot of people ask me why I got I believe I almost have 10,000 subscribers at this point. But they ask me, why do you have subscribers if you never posted a video? Well, I did post videos on YouTube a few years ago, but I made gaming videos. But after a while, I just got bored of those videos, and the games I played, I got a bit too old for them, so I decided to quit those videos. And all those time, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my channel. And I did post shorts, like I said, but never really a big, new, long video. But if you're watching this right now, you know that's not the case anymore. I would like to post more journal videos. I think it's just so nice when you are journaling and you just want something in the background. I like to do that at least. I like to put something on the background when I journal. And it makes you feel like you have company and you're not alone in your room. Okay, that sounds a bit weird. I'm not in your room, like literally, but you know what I mean. Um, I think, especially since COVID, people got lonelier a lot. If you're also around my age, you probably can recall the online lessons and no school. Yeah, it it was fun for like a few weeks, but then after 2-3 years, I believe, um, it wasn't really fun anymore. And I hear from a lot of people that are around my age that it's just lonely sometimes. Hopefully, if you are feeling that way, maybe this video helps a bit. So the letters are all cut out, and now it's time to put them in the journal. Like this. So while I am making this spread about the new year, I know a lot of people make New Year's resolutions, and one of mine is posting on YouTube again. But I am curious to know what resolutions you have. You don't have to share, of course, because some of mine goals are more private as well. So don't share if you don't want to. But if you want to, you are free to share your resolutions. And I can share some of mine. Like, for example, one goal of mine is to read more books. In 2023, I read a lot of books, and I thought I could manage that in 2025 as well, but I couldn't. I wanted to read 30 books last year, but eventually I read like 8. So for this year, I set the goal to read 10 books. And right now I am reading Throne of Glass. And if you are a reader and you have read that series, I am currently reading, I believe, yeah, I'm reading Queen of Shadows. I'm reading it on my e-reader. I am 50% through the book. And so far I am really enjoying it. I usually prefer fantasy, and I like it when a fantasy has multiple POVs, so you can get even more information about their feelings and just feel more sympathy for some characters. Because at first I didn't like some characters, but now I do, because I can read their point of views. And if you enjoy reading and you have some recommendations, you can always let me know. I am not a very fast reader, so it will take me some time to get to it, because I still need to read 3 more books of the series, I believe. if I'm correct. And those last books, oh my gosh, they are so thick. Like, the thickest book I've read, or like the one with the most amount of pages, is, I think, Iron Flame from the Fourth Wing series. I still need to read the third book of the series, but last year I just committed to Throne of Glass and now I need to finish it. I cannot start any other book before that. So I'll be good for a while. But some other books I really enjoyed reading were the Akatar series. I read those 2 years ago. And I am a huge Percy Jackson fan. I've read the books. I think I read those in 2018, 2019-ish. So a few years ago. But I read almost every book from Rick, the author. I still need to read Daughter of the Deep and the Kane Chronicles. But other than that, I am completely caught up with all his books. So what I'm doing right now, I don't know if you can see, but on the black paper, I am using a white pencil to draw out some fireworks. I first sketched out some circles to measure how big I approximately want every firework to be. And then I draw a line. So for example, here I drew it here, and I'm not putting it in the middle every time. I put it off-centered to give it a bit more of a 3D effect. And then I just draw little droplets, I guess, around them to replicate the effect of it exploding in the sky. So this is the sketch I am making. And then I will go in with paint markers. I got them a few months ago and they work pretty well. They weren't that expensive. These are the ones I'm talking about. And the letters have a bit of pink in them, so I think the fireworks are gonna be pink and purple as well. I think this would look really cute together, so I'm not gonna use these. And let's start with the lightest shade. You have a fine tip and a more like a dot tip. And I'm gonna use the fine tips first to make the firework. As you can see, it will need a second coat. But let's just do a first one for now. And by all means, I am not an artist at all, but this is just, for me at least, an easy way to draw fireworks. I've been doing this technique for a while now. I remember doing this exact same style to draw them in my 2020 bullet journal, I think. I'm not sure, but I have used it before. I think it's just a way for people that aren't like that aren't Van Gogh, but do like to make little doodles and just make the page a bit more cute. And the markers dry up pretty quick, so that's nice. I am gonna wait a little bit more before I put on a second coat. So let's move on to the darker pink. And by the way, since this is my first video in a very long time, I'm still recording this now. I don't know how the edit will be, but if you have any tips or suggestions or things you would like me to talk about, just let me know and maybe I can pick it up in the next video. I know I'm asking for a lot of comment related things, but I'm just, for me, in my vision, I'm just talking to you right now, but you cannot respond while I'm saying this in real time. You have to comment on the video to do that. So sorry if it sounds like I'm begging for comments. It's just the only way to really try to make this as a conversation instead of me just talking to myself and my camera. So okay, and the darker purple. Right now, when it's still wet, it doesn't look like it's darker, but once it dries up, you can see the difference. Okay, so that's the first layer. I will do the second layer off camera because it's just the same process, and I think that would be very boring to watch another, like a second time. So I will do that off camera and then I'll be back. I am all finished with the second coat. I even did a third layer for the lightest pink to really make sure it was covered on the black paper. So now we are, or well, we are really gonna create the firework effect by making dots all around the firework. So that's why I mentioned the bigger dot size, because I can make bigger dots like this one, but I can also make smaller dots to just give it a bit more diversity. I am gonna start with the bigger dots, just a few of every color. And now I'm going back with the colors and then with the smaller tip to create those smaller dots. And you can do it around the firework, but I also like to go in to like the circle I drew and put some dots there as well. And the fun part about this is that it doesn't have to be perfect, because every firework is different. After you completed the firework itself is just putting dots on a page, so it's also really relaxing for me, at least, to just put my mind off and see where I can put another dot. I'm gonna put some more on the bottom as well, so they like fall down. Ooh. And that's the fun part. If you mess up, just make a bigger circle. So for example, if you just, oh no, I messed up. Well, then it's gonna be a big dot. Fixed. The final thing I am going to add is some highlights on the firework. So for example, I have these dark purple ones, and what I'm gonna do is take a lighter shade and at the bottom, or wherever you would like the highlight to be, just add those small stripes. So I'm going to use the dark pink for all the purples, and I will use white for the pinks to add the highlight. I also add some highlights in the big dots. So here, just gonna add a little bit of highlights. And this one. And now I'm gonna use my jelly roll in the size 10 for the pinks and do the exact same thing, just creating highlights. And by doing this, I try to create a bit more like that sparkle and the light that brings firework. And I hope that this effect will represent that. So these ones, I am not sure when my next video will be posted. I'm not even sure when I will post this video, if I'm honest. I will have some grace on myself with starting to edit long videos again. I have not done that in so long. Therefore, I will just need to get used to it again and everything. But I am going to Japan in a few weeks, so I am going to make a lot of spreads about that. So just expect some Japan videos in the near future. Well, not vlogs, but like the journal videos. I am not a vlogger. And let's add some white sparkles here as well. They can represent stars or whatever. Maybe, yeah. And after I put these small white dots on the page, I think this spread will be finished. I'm not gonna outline the fireworks like I did in the pen pal letter. I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now. So So that will be my first spread of 2026 in my new journal. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want, you can subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. That's all for now. I hope you had a great first month, or I don't know when I will post this, but I hope you had a great start of 2026. And hopefully I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!